Okay, last session what we covered? Installation of Java and how to execute your first program. So we are discussing about path and class path also parallelly. How to means say we have to type the program and we have to execute it, means you have to set path and class path also. Yesterday I showed you how to set path and class path. Little more clarity I will give today also about path and class path. Sure, right. Little more clarity I will give you, but before that, see, if you are having any problems in setting path and class path and all that, you don't have to worry too much about that actually. Okay, what you do is, we are giving you the DVD now. We are giving you the DVD. In that there is one text file kept. Okay, and in that we have kept one text file. So this will be. This is the DVD given to you. This will be the content. You will be having. In the DVD you will be having this. This is a folder what we give. In this folder we will be having one text file, txt file. You can open this and you can see all the values here. Java_home, path, class path and all that. So just copy paste these values. That's it. Automatically the value means path and class path will be set. Don't struggle so much. Okay. So and you can paste this into what? Means if you do it in system variables, what happens? Means see, one way you can do it is in DOS prompt. Other way you can do is it in properties, advanced settings, environment variables. You can do it here. Here also I got two locations. If you do it here, it's applicable to a single user. You can see it here, user variables for this particular user it is. Here you can see system variables. So you configure here. It will be effective to all users. So you do the setting here. Okay. So yesterday I showed you how to set the path and class path. Okay. So one thing lastly, what you might have not understood is, why did I use Java_home? Yes or no? This one question you might have had. Directly I could have copied and pasted what? That value I could have passed, means the path, the value of path I could have pasted as what? I could have pasted this value only. See, why are we doing this kind of a setting? Means why did I go with first Java home and then this? Why not directly say for path what? Why not for path directly we are giving this value? Question might be that for you. You can give the value for path like that you can give, and for class path what you can give? Directly you can give this value. What? You could have given this value, no? But means directly you can give this and this one and this one, instead of giving making Java_ and all that. Reason is what, you know, tomorrow you want to change the Java version. Tomorrow you want to change the Java version from JDK 6 to 7 and all that. You'll be changing only one location now. Which one? Java_home. Okay, you will not be touching every time path and class path. It's very dangerous to touch path and class path every time. So that's the reason what we do. We do like this. So tomorrow you want to change to any other version also, you can change it. Only this one you change now. So if you have installed Java 1.7, give the location till 1.7. It will be easy for you. So this is why we professionally install Java like this. This is professional way of installing. This is unprofessional way. Both will work. But better is follow that approach. Understood? And once you install Java, you know that now. You can go to DOS prompt and type what? You can go to DOS prompt and type see Java C. You can type now, because now this is applicable to any window, any user. So if you set the path in DOS prompt, it is applicable based on drawback. It is applicable to a single window. But if you set it here, it is applicable to all users, all window. There are two ways you can set. This is more better. So that's why, see, it works. I'm just typing that. It's not telling internal or external command error. It just works. Okay. Similarly, if I type Java also, it works. Something it displays. But instead, earlier you are getting what error? Internal or external command error. Now you are not getting that. And for Java C, if you give one .java file, it will compile. And for Java, if you give one .class file, it will execute. That's how it will execute. Understood? But Ravi and all, yes, they continue to give errors because that's not an exe file. As simple as this. Clear? So fine, then. So, and you can, if you want, you can see the version also. See this, Java -version. If you type Java -version is the command. These are all commands you should know. We are working with what? 1.6. That's what we installed now. So we are working with 1.6. So before you start working in any mission, First check Java C is means Java is working or not. How do you check whether Java is working or not? Type only Java C, type only Java, and check whether it is working or not. If those two are working, you want to know which version of Java you are using, just type Java-version. It will tell you which version of Java you are using. Understood? So these three things if you confirm, now you can start writing your code according to that. Understood? Means according to that version. Like see, there are some things, like if it is 1.4, you can't execute that code in 1.5 version. Sorry, 1.4 can be executed in 1.5, but 1.5 version cannot be executed in 1.4. Like that. Problems are there. So anyway, just you should this is just one sample I told you how to identify the version. Okay, we'll see how we use all this later. Any doubts here? So you are clear with path and class path? Okay, why do you set path? Path is set for guiding the OS to the corresponding exe files. Means whenever you type anything in the DOS prompt, the path variable will guide the OS. Go here, go here, go here. Path variable is going to guide it. Okay, and when JVM wants to use the classes, the class path variable will guide it. Use the means the dot class file is here, load it like that. So these two are used for guiding. Path is used for guiding the OS to the exe files. Class path is used for guiding the class path to the dot class files. I'll explain that to you today also very clearly. Understood? It will guide. But I'll show you more with coding. I'll show you, not theoretically now. Theoretically I've told you enough. But all you want to see now practically. So practically also I'll start showing you how path and class path will be used. Okay, are you clear with this much now? So just copy and paste these values. It is already there where? It's given in your DVD. Just what you have to do is, see already this file is given to you. It will be having all these values. See, just you have to type and paste. Sorry, copy paste. New path, copy paste. Understood? New Java home, copy paste. Like that you copy paste automatically done. If you are having doubts, but over a period of time you will get it. You'll know. You'll be doing it professionally only. Right now, initial stages now, blindly you'll do it. Later on, you will come to know how to do it exactly because you have to start coding. So anyway, this is the installation process. We completed this. Do you have any questions in this? And if you are having doubts also, don't worry. Gradually all the doubts will be cleared for you. You don't have to worry much about it. Okay, installation is one time. Okay, so now we'll continue with the next part. We'll start off today's session now. In today's session, just before I again proceed, I'll give the summary of what we have learned today. Till now, we have covered around 2 classes, day before yesterday and yesterday. So I'll just give summary of all this now. Okay, so because you'll get the clarity now on what we have covered till now. So first I told history of languages. First I covered what? History of language. What was in the history of languages? What I covered from binary to assembly, assembly to high level and all that. Okay, no, binary coding is very difficult. You know that now. Assembly coding also little difficult. That's why high level languages came into existence. In high level languages, what happened? So many high level languages came into existence. So many came, but only few were successful. Why? We look for user friendliness. We look for user friendliness. So here what happens? See here, you are having. I'll compare now what is user friendliness. This is your COBOL program. This is your C program. Just I'll write now. COBOL language. It's also a language. See, all the languages are used for what? Communicating with machine only. Which one you are going to choose? Choose now. You choose because you are the person who is going to develop the code. Either you have to learn this to communicate to the processor, or you have to learn this to communicate to the processor. There are plenty. Just I am comparing only 2 now, and you will only give the answer now. See this. In COBOL, you write like this: number I equals 10. Okay. In C, you write the code like this: int I is equal to 10. But here we give semicolon. Now you might ask, what big difference is there? I can learn both. Yes or no? Let's see again. I'll declare one more variable. Number j is equal to 20. Here what will I do? Int j is equal to 20. So here we say number, there we say int. End of the day, see these are data types. Number and all is a data type, and it can store this value. In C they say use int. But again you might say, what's so big difference? I can learn both language. It's easy. Now let's continue. I want to check whether j is greater than I or not. So you have to write the code now. So you have to write j GTI. Here how do you write? J greater than I. You want to check I less than j. So how you write here? I LTJ. Here what you write? I less than j. I want to check whether it equals. Means you have to write if and all that. But just I am showing you now. I write here I EQJ. Here what I check? How do I check? I, comparison operate, not single equals J. Which one is easy now? You are only giving the answer. C is easy now. So always we pick what? User-friendly languages. Always we be bound to pick user-friendly language. So C is actually easy as compared to other languages. But it is you people who make it what? Difficult. Why? What is the reason? Your way of learning is different. Your learning style is different. How do you learn? You know? You by heart. You never understand and learn. Understood? You actually, when anything is taught to you, you'll start off like first line I should write that only. Second line I should write this only. Third line should be this only. One line you forget, in between what will happen? Nothing will work now. And do you expect with this kind of thinking, you can go and work in the industry? Now there will be no first line, second line there, because it will be having around thousands of lines of code. Now which one will be a first line, which one will be a second line? So you have to think and code them. Understood? So here things are easy, only your methodology of learning has become a problem. So that I have to change now. Okay, I have to make you see everything you have to learn here technically. It is not like I should write it like this, I should write like this, not like that now. Okay, just I showed you, these are the syntaxes I showed you. This is the syntax of COBOL language, that's the syntax of C language. And you can see C syntax is more user friendly. So technically you will understand it, it's not a problem, it takes some time now. Understood? Fine. So this was about syntax and user friendliness. So the languages which were very user friendly became more popular among all the high level languages. C was popular. Two reasons why C was popular. One, it was user friendly. Two, it was following structured programming model. Structured programming model. And this was a huge success in the market. Which one? C. But again, again why high level languages came into existence was in the machine means in the which one assembly language and all, the size of the program was very small. You couldn't write bigger programs. You couldn't write. See, man's demand for software was increasing. He wanted more and more requirements, and to write means to convert that requirements into software. When you have more requirements, what happens? The size of the application also becomes bigger. The program size also becomes bigger. But coding bigger programs in non-user friendly languages becomes very difficult. So first problem was they wanted user friendly language. Second thing they wanted to overcome was the programming model. Many programming model came into existence, but structured programming became very popular. C supported that, and with these two support, you could write fairly bigger programs. Whatever demands were there that day, you could meet it. But again, what happened? Man's requirement will again increase. He wants to write still bigger programs, and structured programming failed to address the problem. C language is easy, but the problem of structured programming model did not give support to that. That's the reason object-oriented concept became popular. One more concept became popular, and if you use object-oriented programming, you can write any big program. The size of the program can be limitless. There's no limit. Here and all, there's a limitation to the size of program. Okay, so that's the reason object-oriented became very popular. Among all the object-oriented, so many languages came to support what? That programming model. So many languages came to support object-oriented programming model. But among them, C++ was popular. Like what are the different languages which came now? Ada, then COBOL, then you got Smalltalk. So many languages came which support what? Object-oriented languages, but none of them were popular. Among them, C++ was popular. Why C++ was popular? So we know now object-oriented is very good for programming. We know that now. Object-oriented programming is very good for writing bigger programs. Very good. But which language will you choose among that now? So now so many languages came. Among them, C++ was very popular. Why it was popular? User-friendly, first thing. It did not have good implementation of OOPS. But only thing why people preferred C++ was it was user friendly, because see, migration now, already people had got addicted to C programming. From C they have to move to a new object oriented language. So there they have to learn OOPS also plus new syntax also. Very difficult. Developers refuse. So that is when what happens? They started preferring C++. Reason was it was following C syntax. In that they had to learn only OOPS, nothing else. They didn't have to learn anything else. So only OOPS they had to learn. Fine. But they started learning it and they started coding also. But C++ also had its own drawbacks. It is a good programming object-oriented language, high level, user-friendly, all fine. It's object-oriented. But what are the drawbacks of C++? One major problem of C++ is it was not implementing OOPs properly. Other languages were implementing, but they are not successful because it was not user friendly. Syntax was complicated plus OOPs. See, if you go on to learn ADA, it'll have its own, it's also object oriented language. But what you have to learn? OOPs plus new syntax. We'll learn now. Now, COBOL is also object oriented language. You have to learn syntax plus OOPs now. Very difficult. It's not that easy now. Okay, that's why C++ became popular, because C syntax plus OOPs. C syntax everybody knows here. Only you have to learn OOPs. But why did still C++ fail in the market? Next question you might have. One reason is it was not having OOPs implemented properly. That was one reason. It was not implemented properly. Today I start showing you all the problems in C, C++. We'll start seeing now, because we are going to study the Java language today. Understood? One by one, we'll start seeing all the problems. So one is it was not implementing OOPs properly. Second big problem with C++ was it was not portable. Portable means if you write your code once for one operating system, it will run in only that operating system. It will not run in another operating system. That was one more big issue now. Okay, so developers wanted what you know. They wanted to write down program once and run it anywhere, anytime. They didn't want to write the code again and again. Because see, what happens is there are so many types of processors. There are so many types of operating system. So now you'll write on C++ program and you'll compile it. When you compile, the compiler generates the machine code for one particular processor or for one particular operating system. There you'll be using one compiler. It will be generating the machine code for what? Particular processor or particular operating system. So it becomes tightly coupled. Tightly coupled means that machine code what you have generated will run in only that language. That processor or that operating system. This is the problem. Understood? So this is the problem with what? C++. So to overcome that, one new language, many people are trying to do many things, but one team from Sun Microsystems, what they did, they tried to invent one language where if you code, it should be user friendly. See, this is what they kept in mind. They observed all this history. There was a huge history of languages. They knew if the language is not user friendly, nobody will use it. So blindly they copied what? C syntax. They didn't bother. So Java is having 100% C syntax. Remember that. Not even there's no deviation. There's not even 0.0000 also. How many zeros you want to put? Okay, one you put. That much also variation is not there between C syntax and Java syntax. Ditto to ditto, ditto to ditto, everything is same here. So in Java, what you have to learn now? Not syntax. You are already comfortable with Java syntax. Only you have to learn is OOPs. So instead of learning OOPs in C++, we are learning OOPs in Java. Better no? Why it is better? One is, there it is improper OOPs. You'll learn, full effort you'll put because you are in Josh now. You'll learn. After learning, then you'll come to Java. The reason why you are learning C++ is to learn Java. Understood? So, okay, learn OOPs there. Then all improper OOPs are there. Then you'll come to Java. In Java, I'll tell, this is not there. It is wrong concept of OOPs. Java is not using it. What will happen now? Your effort has gone waste now. 3 months of effort. But here what happens? The same things if you learn properly, within 3 months you'll already be developing an application. Same time you put here, you'll already be developing applications. So it will become faster. Unnecessarily you'll be wasting time. So this is the proof I'm giving to you. See, I have to explain to you everything very clearly. What I have to explain? Java can be learnt without the help of C++. This is the first answer I have to give to you now. Yes or no? So that's why I have to tell you this history. I have to justify that statement. Why you can learn Java without C++ is because OOPs has been implemented improperly in C++. So instead of learning OOPs in C++, we are going to directly learn OOPs in Java. Got it now? So it will be easy for you now. C syntax, when you know Java is having C syntax now, you have to learn only OOPs there. So that's it. It will be easy for you now. Okay. Or I'll put one more question to you. To learn Java, you are telling you have to learn C++ now. For what purpose? OOPs. Now why you are learning OOPs in C++ only? Why don't you learn it in ADA? Why don't you learn it in COBOL? They are also having OOPs only now. So learn OOPs here and come to Java now. I can argue like this also. Yes or no? So it's only a myth, mythology it is, like myth, understood? Like to learn Java, you should learn C++. There is nothing like that. Okay. OOPs is a generic concept which can be learned in Java itself. Instead of learning OOPs in C++, directly learn it in Java, you'll be more learning it in a better way. Understood? So for initially when I start off training also, first I'll be talking about syntax in Java. One week I'll be making you write programs in Java using the syntax. You'll get comfortable with. Then I'll start OOPS in Java. You'll only understand. So we are learning OOPS in Java now. That's all. Like encapsulation. What is encapsulation? We learn it in Java. What is inheritance? We learn it in Java. What is polymorphism? We learn it in Java. What is abstraction? We learn it in Java. These are the same 4 things what you learn in C++ now. Learn it directly here. Justified. Yes, so till you are justified, it's very difficult to progress side. That's it. So I'm giving justifications. Don't worry, it is as simple. Clear? Okay, so this is one part of the story now. So Java is a high level language now, one. Okay, and it is a very powerful language. Now what are the benefits now? One, it is a high level language. It is supporting object oriented programming model. Okay, and if you write the program once, it will run in any operating system. That's one great advantage. And because of that, only because of that, Java is having rich libraries. Because you write your code once, you can run it in any operating system now. So that is the reason some people themselves, the company itself gives you plenty of rich libraries. While writing an application, you will come across various problems. So instead of you writing the code for everything, what will the company do? They start providing libraries. That is the reason why Java is becoming very popular. Whatever problems you have, they'll give the solution in their library. But other languages cannot do that. Now C might have one set of library. Okay, but they are not as rich as Java. Reason is it's related to one particular OS. Again, if you try to invent, it will not happen. Okay, for every operating system, can they go on inventing libraries now? It becomes a headache. So that's the reason they fail to give libraries. Means rich libraries. They'll give to a certain extent. They'll give, not to a big extent. But Java gives you immense libraries. Literally, you'll be coding 0 in Java later. Understood? So initially we learn the language, and later on only thing what we'll be learning is libraries. Like example, now what do you mean by library? Some of the concepts what you have coded in C. In college what you have coded, some things like a linked list, array list, linked list, a tree structure, all that. For linked list program, how many pages you have coded? Or how many lines you have coded? You sit and count. First line this, second line this, third line this, fourth line this, and total lines will become around 300 lines or 400 lines, and every line you have to by heart. But in Java nothing. You want linked list now? Only 2 lines. Which is better now? That easy the languages. It is there in the library. Simply you'll write. See in Java we write like this. Linked list. Those are non-computer science. Don't worry. We'll be seeing it. Is equal to new linked list. That's it. Your linked list is ready. Directly what will you do? ll dot add. These are libraries. I'm calling a function. Add, and I'll say I'll add the value Ravi. Finished. My name is stored there. Over. You see how much you struggle for storing a value in linked list. You want to store in tree structure, so much you struggle. Here nothing. Tree set ts is equal to new tree set ts dot add. My name is stored there. Ts dot add of what? I want to store it in tree structure. Fine. Tree set ts is equal to new tree set. If you are not understanding the syntax, don't worry. But just see, there are only 2 lines. Syntax, don't worry, because you are not new to Java. I'll be teaching you the syntax, what it is. But 2 lines of code you are writing now. Now learning 300 lines is better, or as compared to 2 lines. So that is the power of library. You want to write to a file, you want to read from a file, 1 line or 2 lines. In C you have to write bigger programs for this now. So that is the support you get from the language. For everything built in libraries there. You want to read from a file. These are the common programs what you have written. For all this in Java, there are ready-made libraries. You don't have to worry. That is why it is a very powerful programming language. Very powerful programming. It is unbeatable. In fact, it is one of the best programming language in the world today. If it comes to application side, I always keep repeating that. System side, some other language might be there. But for application side, it is one of the front runner. Topmost language it is. Understood? So if you're thinking of career in application side, brilliant language. You don't have to have a second doubt about it. Okay, these are the reasons. What are the reasons you got it now? User friendliness, object oriented, brilliant libraries, write your program once, it will run anywhere, supports good multi-threading. These things you will not understand now. Which one? It gives you good support for multi-threading, and it is good in memory management. These are hi-fi things. Okay, but later on you'll understand. Exception handling is good, security is powerful, there are many more things. Right now I can't justify these things. Later on as the course progresses, it will be justified. Understood? Are you clear with this? So one of the powerful language, and you can learn it with easier things. So like, it means in an easy way, you can learn it very easily. So only you have to put this little effort. I'm just inspiring you. Understand that. Okay. You don't have to sit back and think, can I do it or can I not do it? Everybody can code Java here. Clear this? Everybody can code Java until unless he knows what? C syntax. That's all. C also means not in depth. Full C syntax I'll teach you. From now I'll teach you 1 week of what? C syntax only I'll be teaching you. That also, you just practice here itself. Instead of going and struggling in C, that same syntax you study in Java, over. And after that I'll start oops. So I'm having sufficient time here to get adjusted. Clear? Okay. So this was the story. So then about languages and all that. Next we saw like history of language. Is it clear? Are you clear with history of languages? That I told theoretically. Now I'm explaining you little practically. First time when I told you Java is better, it was very theoretical. Now at least in one day itself you understood how powerful Java is. In one day. Now imagine if you do the course for 2 months or 3 months, you will really understand the power of Java. Understood? So then we, after this languages, we covered what? Windows. In Windows nothing I explained. I just explained you one variable by name path. That's all. Path is the variable name used in Windows, and that will be the variable which is guiding the OS to the exe files. I covered this much. Okay. Then I talked about Java. I showed you how to install Java. Understood? You know how to install Java? I showed you yesterday. So once you install Java, I explained you what? Folder structure also. Yes or no? I'm just summarizing what all we learned till now. Okay. I showed you the folder structure of Java. In the folder structure of Java, what I covered? So you can go here, when you install Java, this is the folder structure you get. C drive, where is the Java installed? Program files, Java, good, JDK. So these are some important folders. So in bin, what do you find? We find exe files. Exe files, executable files. So Java is giving you some set of binary files which are used by the developer. So all of them are kept here. They are organized. Understood? So do not save any of your file here, especially what? Computer science people. You generally save all your files where? Here, don't do it. Understood? You are saying now where they are doing the first mistake. You are doing the first mistake. You are putting your file in their folder. It should not be done. You should always save your files outside it. And I've shown you where to save it. So then next, in the this one, JRE, lib, we saw what? rt.jar. What does rt.jar contain? Can you guess? This is only the library. You are using some classes now. System, this one, string, and all that. They are present here only. The built-in classes provided to you by Sun is present here itself. So these contains classes used by the developer. From here we are getting all that. Blindly you can't use. So we are getting it from here. Understood? So if you want, I can extract it and show it to you. I'll show you later. But if you extract it, you know you can extract it with what? WinZip, 7-zip. Okay, I'll show you. Wait, if you want, you can see this. Control Z. I'll create one folder. Delete folder. And I'll just paste it here. Okay, I can't paste it here. Reason is, okay, I'll be showing you tomorrow because there's some policy setting. Then, okay, fine. But these are the folders here. So rt.jar is there. Then next, rt.jar, it contains classes used by the developer. Then next, what is there? We saw one more lib. And we saw tools.jar. What is this tools.jar now? It contains classes required by the JVM. So Java, when you say, it will be having this one. All the classes required by the JVM. Are you getting the idea about this now? So bin is containing exe files. I gave the folder structure. One more thing. See in bin, what are the most important files which we used? Java and javac.exe. We use these two. We have used these two. Understood? So still more exe files will use. So just I'm explaining the folder structure. Include contains header file, and one more is there, src.zip. What it is? Source code. System class you are using now, built in. The source code of that class is kept here. Again, rt.jar, they have kept the .class file. You know, .java file is different, .class file is different. rt.jar is containing .class file. src.zip is containing .java file. That's all the difference. They have separated. While giving it to you, they separate. This one is that side, and which one? Source code is here. Okay, I'll unzip and show it to you. 1 second, see this. C drive, program files, Java, JDK, bin, sorry, JRE, lib. I'm copying this, see this. I'll paste it here. Here I can create new folder, del. I'll create one folder called as delete on the desktop. Don't extract it there itself. Understand? Don't extract it there. You can extract it now. You can extract it with any tool, that's your wish, and I'll extract it to RT. Something like this, you extract. So I extracted which one now? RT.jar. Similarly, before it extracts, I'll even extract what? Okay, let's see this 1 second, it'll finish off. So this rt.jar contains, its full form of that is runtime.java archive file. Full form. Full form. They are given some name, don't bother about the name. End of the day, it is containing all .class files. It's containing full .class files. Done. So in RT, now see, this is extracted version. What is there? This is something called as package, which you'll be understanding later, don't worry. So if you go inside RT, what are you finding? Close that. In RT, what you'll find? Java. In Java, what will you find? Lang. In Lang, what will you find? So you can see all the .class files. What is extension? Extension ತೋರ್ಸ ಡಾಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ವ್ಯೂ
ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟಿವ್ ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಹೈಡ್ ಕೆರಡವೆ and ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಹೈಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ.
You can see all our dot class files here. And you can see I used what? String dot class now. See this. It's a class. System class. Fine. I use this. So from here they are supplied to you. Understood? One more, and it contains only .class files. If you want, you can even see what? src.zip also. See this. C drive, program files, Java, JDK, src.zip. I'll extract this also. Here it what is containing? Java files. It's containing only Java files. They are separated. That's it. Okay. So here in src.zip, in src you can go in Java. There, see, this is package. Don't worry what package is right now. But inside that you can see. Sorry, Java, Lang. Now you are seeing only what here? Java files. You can see system.java. If you want, you can open with Notepad or something. I'll open it with Edit Plus. I know it's on Edit. Okay, I'll open with Notepad only. See, this is the source code of what? I think this is Java file now. I can open system string.java. I'll open. I think it's not aligned properly, and you're not understanding it. See, it's not aligned properly. If you want to see this properly, you can open it on software called as Edit Plus. It's one more editor. There you can see the complete code neatly. See this. This is the source code. Understood now? So this is what they are giving to you. So don't worry about all this. I'm just showing you what, when you install Java, what you get. Understood? You'll get the source code, you'll get the .class files, and we start using all this. Clear this? As a developer, your duty is what? Use this library and write the code. That should be your duty. You don't bother more about all that. Just initial introduction I am giving you into all this. Because when you start coding, literally you will get the idea now what is what. Understood? Literally you start getting the idea what is what. Yeah? So we saw all this now, the folder structure. and when you install what you get, all that we have seen. So this has covered. Then I type the first program. So now I've given you the complete summary of what I've done till now. Now I'll get into the programming now. So right now, from now, we'll get into only programming, nothing else. So concentrate on how do you write Java programs. Clear? So let's go with the first program. I'll repeat it today, what we did yesterday. Okay, and we can start understanding the program more clearly now. So how do you write a Java program now? First thing. Means see, Java also follows the same thing, rules from other language. In Java, what do? You need a main function. Yes or no? See, most of the languages, they use what? Main as the starting point of execution. Java did not want to be something special, because it would have been confusing for the developer from the first stage itself. So they'll follow all what? Other language things only. Like C is having starting point as main, C++ having starting point as main. Java also stuck to that. Okay, it also had its starting point of execution as main only. But main in Java looks something like this. How it looks? Public static void main. This is how it looks in Java. This is how the main looks in Java. So you can write any code here. You write 1 lakh lines of code also, no problem. Understood? This is the place where you are going to code. This is the body now. For every, this is called as a function now. This is called as a function. Okay. So see, one more thing you have to understand. There is something called as terminology. Terminology means the literature we use in one particular segment. Okay. To make you understand the meaning of terminology, I'll give you some example in English. See, in general English, we say that guy. That guy means finally what? Person. But in medical English, we say that patient. In legal English, we say the subject. Guy, patient, subject, all mean what? Person only, no? But you can see the terminology. In legal, we say subject. In medical, we say patient. Understood? And in slang English or general English, we say that guy. So end of the day, we are talking about a person. Here also, like that, you have got terminologies. In C, we call it as function. Understood? C++ also we call it as function. In Java, we call it as method. In Java, we call it as method. So just get adjusted to this terminology now. So this is actually a main method. You can also call it as a main function, no problem. But in Java, they say instead of function, start calling it as method. That's the terminology of Java. We say it's a method. Are you clear with this? And the main method looks like this. This is compulsory. Okay. And when you write a main method, see, these are all small. Now, why are these things going to be small now? Yesterday I took the class, you answers now. Because they are keywords. Basically, you understand like that. Since they are keywords, they will definitely, in many languages, all the keywords will be in small case itself. Yes, done. Here also Java is following it. They didn't want to deviate from other languages. They wanted ditto to ditto, same thing. So all the keywords in Java also have been maintained as what? Small case. Understood? Now string is what? A user defined type. Means it's on, it's on built-in class given to you by Java. It's a built-in class given to you by Java. So fine. And how do you know it's a class? First letter is caps. Notice. So in Java we follow the convention. Any class first letter starts with what? Caps. This is a convention what we follow. Okay. See, string is a class because S is caps. System is a class and they have given the name S as caps. Similarly, when you write the class also, first word, first letter should be what? Caps. Follow these conventions. Understood? It will be later on you'll understand how beneficial it is to you. You have big benefits in this by following conventions on best practices. Convention means some standards what we follow or best practices what we follow. Throughout the world we maintain this standard. You change that, it doesn't look good. You see, when I am coding now, if I don't follow that standard, it doesn't look good. Understood? When some things are there, we have to maintain the standard. So do like this. So that is what this is. So main is the starting point of execution. These are all keywords. String args. Now what is string is a class, we know that. But put together, string args is called what? Parameter. So functions have what? What do functions have? What do functions have? Parameters. See this in C also you have written a function, void m1. You write int a. This is a function. M1 is a function, but int a is what? Parameter. A parameter means int a means you can send one value. But if I want to send multiple values, what will I do? I'll use an array. But finally, look at the parameter here. This is a parameter of type int array. Here that's a parameter of type string array. That's it. Understood? We can't go full technically in detail. Just phase by phase I'm explaining to you. That's how it stands. So your main should be a compulsory like this only. S should be caps and other things. See, in this line everything is small. Only S is caps. That is untechnical way of learning. Technical way of learning it is, these are keywords, that's class, and that's your parameter. Clear? Fine. Next, see in Java they say write anything, write method or write anything, whatever you want you write. But the rule is whatever you write, you should compulsory write it in a something called as class. That one rule extra comes here. Java follows this strictly. Okay, so it's very simple now. So class demo, you can give any name to this. So, and this is called as, see what I underline are all keywords, remember that. And this is what? Identifier, it's a name. See, even I'm also giving a class name and it starts with what? Caps. I can write it in small, but follow, if I write it in small also I'll get output. It's not that I'll not get output. But generally this is the convention we follow. Clear? The first letter of the class name will always start with caps. Now what if the class has two words? What if the class has two words? Example, the class name is something like class cluster, fine, only C will be caps. But the class name is class of cluster software, what will happen now? Second word, first letter will be caps. You know English, you know noun, proper noun. Your name is what? Proper noun. Supposing your name is what? Ashwin Kumar, what will you do? A caps, K caps. That's how you write now. Same here also. Okay. Like that only you follow. But only thing is don't give space between the two words. There are some more rules to be followed. Okay, you cannot use digits, starting and all that. That I'll tell later. But simple, what you have to understand is, it should start with alphabets and it should be caps. Second word, first letter, caps. And it goes like camel casing. You know what is camel casing now? Like that you have to do. Clear? Okay. So that's how you write the class names. So fine, I'll remove all this now. So you have done it now, you have given it. Now everything is ready. Only what you have to write now? Your code you write now, what you want? Whatever you want to do, write here. It will get executed. And to write here, we will be definitely using what today? C syntax. I'll show you that. Initially the first program what I showed you was printing hello world. So let's see how you do it now. We say what? System. So to print in C we say printf. In C++ we say cout. In Java we say what? System.out.println hello world. You can write 1,000 lines of code. 1,000 lines of code you write, no problem. But just right now, first program I am writing only one line. Understood? Right now I am writing only one line. Hello world. Program is ready. Your program is ready. So what do you have to do now? Java is high level language. Remember that. Java is high level language. Remember that. Clear? So now to learn for us it is easy. To code for us it is easy. Understood? See, now learning and coding is easy now. Compare it with binary now if you want. Which one is easy? Java is easy now. So Java is an easy language. But processor does not understand this language now. Problem is that most of the processors in the world have been designed to understand only one language. Machine language or binary code. They don't understand anything. Now this cannot be executed by the processor. So what we do? Compile. So this is the process what we take now. Instead of directly writing in binary and giving it to the processor for execution, we write the programs in high level using high level languages. Then we compile that and convert it into machine language. And then you give it to the processor, it will execute it for you. You compile it. So that is much better. So this is the route what we take now. End of the day we want to write some set of instructions. So instead of writing it in binary, we start off doing like this. Learn high level things, code in high level, compile it and convert it into binary. Fine, it is ready now. Give it to the processor, it will execute. Option is there for you now. Directly coding in machine or directly means other ways, high level, then you compile and give it to the processor for execution. Which is the route you can take. High level is much better. In the high level languages, which language is the best we are studying now? Getting it now? Java is found to be the best for application side programming. As simple as this. So you have to study analytically like this only. Clear? So it is ready. So once your program is ready, you have to save your file. Yes or no? You have to save your file or not? So how will you save your file now? You have to save it. And this contains what? What does your file contain now? Source code. Now this is source code. And you have to save this file. This file will be saved as what now? You have to save this file. Compulsory this file should have an extension of .java. You can give generally the name of the file name and the class name will be same. Class name and file name, keep it same, ditto to ditto, don't make any difference. It should be same. But this is high level code. Now we have to compile. Yes or no? So for compiling you will use what now? Java C. Yes. We started using the exe files now. You know this is located where in? Bin folder now. So we are using it. Java C. So to now you will say Java C and you will compile it. How will you compile? Demo.java. Give this. Compiles. After compilation what happens? Means why are you compiling? You know, no first reason? To convert it to machine code. To convert it into machine code. You are going to compile. So if any grammatical errors are there, okay, it will not compile. If no errors are there, it will compile. The compiler will check it. So Java C is a compiler. So what is Java C now? It's a compiler because it converts from high level to low level code. But in Java, the process in all languages, what happens? Many languages, as soon as you compile, you get directly on binary file or executable file or machine code. Binary or executable code or machine code, almost all same. But in Java, when you compile, you don't get that. Instead, you get something called as a demo.class file. Yesterday I showed you this. You are not getting the exe file here. Instead, you are getting something called as byte code. You are not getting binary code. So here demo.class will be there. Fully it will contain of what? Byte code. You got the difference now? So demo.class contains byte code. Demo.java contains source code. Now this I can't execute. Now one more thing. Processor also cannot execute what? Byte code. It can execute only what? Machine code. That's the problem. Let's see how it executes anyway. Java and I'll say demo. What happens now? Now this is one more exe file. This exe file, what it will do? It will start the JVM. It will start the JVM. And right now your class, which one now? Demo.class. It's containing byte code. So as soon as it starts, what is JVM now? It's on virtual machine. It is virtual, you can't see it. Okay, as soon as you type Java command, JVM will start. And inside this JVM, what will be loaded now? That byte code will be loaded. Demo.class is lying in your hard disk. It is actually lying in your hard disk. From the hard disk, it will be loaded into the JVM. So it gets loaded. And what does the content of the demo.class? It contains byte code. We know that now. So it is this byte code which will be interpreted line by line. Interprets. Who is interpreting it? JVM. JVM interprets this line by line and then it will give you the output. Yes, it will convert it. It will interpret and convert it into binary code. It will convert it into, okay, we'll write like this. It will be converting, the JVM will be converting into native code. Native code, you can say many words they use. Machine code or binary code. It will convert whatever it is. And finally you will be getting the output. This is the story here. Clear? So I'll type this program again and I'll show it to you now. You are going to guide me now. Understood? But before, okay, I'll just type it and show it to you now. You guide me now. How to get this output now. Yeah? You are going to tell now. First what I should do, second what I should do, you tell now. So here, see, we have finished installing Java in this machine. There's no doubt about it now. Okay, we have finished installing Java into this machine. So Java installation has been done. Next what I have to do to code, I have to use what editor? Notepad. To code I have to use Notepad. To code I have to use Notepad. So now how will you open Notepad? Windows R. Yes, you'll get this run prompt. Here you will type what? Notepad. Finished. You can type like this or you go to programs menu, select it. That's your wish. But open Notepad. It's opened. Now you have to type. What will you type? Whatever you type, you should type it in a class. So class demo. You can give any name, but first letter should be what? Caps. Then open the brace. So first thing, immediately what you should do is save. Save it. To save, what you do? Copy, don't type. I'll show you. If you don't type, means copy and paste, what will happen? Next programs I'll start showing you. Okay, so always make it a practice now. Because see, initially your class names are very small. As the course progresses and when you start coding bigger programs, the name of the class will be very lengthy, and you are bound to make mistakes. So just to keep the class name and file name same, copy and paste it. Where will you save now? You know the location? Where is the location? We have to go to D drive. In D drive where? Edit plus examples. August 13. Your name. Then in that Java examples. Core Java. Here you are having 0 on simple program. Today is second day. What do you do? 0 to simple program. We are going to just see today also some simple programs. So what you do? Right click, new, 0 to folder. So it becomes very clear for you what you coded first day, what you coded second day. Understood? Organize code like this. 0 to simple program. And here you can say what? Demo.java. Paste it and type .java. Compulsory. Put double quotes. Why are you putting double quotes? So that it will not take further extensions. If I don't put double quotes, the file might get, I'm saying might, I'm not saying it will. The file might get saved as demo.java.txt. Now this compiler is there, no? Java C. It can compile only what files? Java file. It cannot compile .c file, .cpp, .doc, all that. So it cannot compile this. So if you say Java C and give this, it will not compile. And by chance if I say Java C and say demo.java, what will happen? File is not there. Understood? Demo.java file is not there now. How can it compile? What is the file actually saved as now? Demo.java.txt. So where is your .java file? It is not there. So it says file not found error. So it's better you put the double quotes now. So you see, these are the very simplest mistakes you do in programming. What? You are not saving the file properly. And if you don't get output, what will you say? Java is difficult. File you didn't save properly, and you are complaining what? Language is difficult. I am showing you how easy the language is. Terrifically it is easy. But you make it difficult by yourself, by not following some coding practices. Understood? It is as simple. Just you have to put demo.java in double quotes so that it will not take further extension. So save it. Program ready means program, okay, only file is saved, still I have not coded. So next I have to code what? Just start telling now, public, small no? Static, void, main. This is caps, public static void main, string args, SS, caps. See, this is a note, today I am typing in Notepad. It is not a very good editor. Tomorrow I will directly move into something called as Edit Plus. A more beautiful editor it is. But I have to take you step by step. Why instead of Notepad we use Edit Plus? You need technical answers for that. So slowly I will carry you. Then I will get into Eclipse. Understood? So you should know what is the benefit of one editor over other editor. That's why only second day, this is the last we are going on coding on Notepad. Tomorrow it will become still more easy for you coding. Okay, coding, we will only concentrate on coding now, nothing else. It will become very, very, very easy. Okay, so just code with, last day you code with what now? Notepad. Okay, then okay, system.out.println. Yes, and you have to end all your statements with semicolon. Same C syntax. Understood? Same C syntax. So program is ready, but can the processor execute this? No. For me to type it is very easy. To debug it will be easy. But processor does not understand this. So we have to compulsory compile and execute. So how do you compile now? Where you have to go now? Huh? You have to go where now? DOS prompt. So we'll go to D drive. First I have to copy that path now. 1 second. See, if I go to D drive, I can go. Windows R, I have to go to DOS prompt, CMD. I'm moving to DOS prompt. But can I say Java C demo.java here? File is not here. You know where you have saved your file. So to compile you have to reach that file. Understood? So what I have to do now? I have to go to that location. To go to the location you can go on typing cd dot dot, cd dot dot. That's a big way. Instead of that you can use shortcuts. And what is the shortcut now? First you go to Explorer like this. We go to the location where your file is there. This folder, you copy it here. Copy this path. Just select here. Copy it. Come to DOS prompt. Simply say cd. Paste that path. Press enter. It is still there. Now just type D:. That's it. Enter. You are into that location. And now if you want you can type. What you have to compile. dir. If you want you can see. See, this is your DOS, this is the DOS view. Backside is Windows view. You can see only one file is there. There also what is there? Demo.java. Here also what is there? Demo.java. Only one file is there. This is DOS. In Windows also, in DOS also you can check out how many files are there in your folder by typing dir. Command it is. You can type and you can check. Fine. It is not there. One more thing. Just if you want I'll properties. Layout, I just increase it by size, one more size, 90. Okay, so now see I'll type. What I'll type here? Java. What I'll type? This is better or the cursor moves away? No problem, no? You're following it now? Java C, what you'll do? Demo.java. I think it's better we go with 80 itself, default one. Because it will cover off. It will cover. So let it be like this. Java C demo.java. What happens? I will compile now. See on the top you see now dot class gets generated. So we compile. If there are no errors, it will compile. Now to execute, what I have to say now? Java demo. When I type Java demo, actually see this is the dot class which is here. This is the hard disk. When I type Java demo, Java command actually starts the JVM. It will start the JVM. Java command actually starts the JVM. Means it will be using which one now? Tools.jar. Java.exe is there now. The exe file will use tools.jar. After using that, JVM will start. Then your demo.class is loaded into the JVM. It loads. And now the JVM will interpret your bytecode line by line. Gives it to the machine and your machine will give the output now. See this. But it happened in fraction of a second. Hello world output I already got. Java demo, if I say what happens? 1 second I'm getting the output, but so many things have happened. JVM started, dot class got loaded, interpreted happened, then it got here the output also. But it's virtual machine, you can't see. If you ask me where is the machine, show me. You can't show it. It's a virtual machine. You know what is virtual world now? Same thing, virtual machine it is. Clear? Any questions here? Okay. So this is how the program gets executed. And if you want to literally have an idea about what is there in the dot class file, how bytecode looks, see this. If I want, I can open with, I'll select notepad. It is displaying like this. Can you understand this? Nor do I understand. Both of us don't understand. Don't worry, only JVM understands this. So what will JVM do this? It will interpret this code line by line. It will interpret line by line. It will interpret and give to the convert it into machine code and give to the CPU for execution. This is the execution process. Are you clear with this? Okay. So this is just an idea I gave you how the programs are getting executed. But as a developer, what is our duty? Writing code now. This we study once. How it is executing, we study once. After that our duty is to only code. That's it. So that's what we are going to continue today also. Okay. And now let me finish off this one. Which one? Path and class path. See, where is our location now? Actually, where is our file? So Java C, 1 second. Java C is what now? Compiler. Java is what? Interpreter. Okay, one more. I'll finish off all this. Then I'll go there. Java C is compiler. Java is interpreter. It interprets. When you type Java, see this. The exe file executes. The JVM starts. Okay, it will be taking classes from tools.jar and it will start. Now demo.class will be loaded. And once demo.class is loaded, now the built-in classes also will be used. String.class, system.class, they'll all be used, and finally you will get the output. Okay, so this is an interpreter. So Java invented this, they designed this, a beautiful language. Now, some people, they always what? Criticize. What they say? Something is there, they say what? This is not good, that is not good. They start interfering and saying what? Criticizing rather. Okay, they start criticizing. When the word interpreter comes, what happens? When the word interpreter comes, what happens? People say it is having low performance. Low performance. That's what they say, no? Interpreter means what? Low in performance. Because line by line, code has to be interpreted and executed. So people will complain. So Java didn't want to allow that loophole. So what they covered that loophole also. So what they did, the Java people or some people do is, here they came with one more compiler called as JIT compiler. One more compiler they introduced called as JIT. JIT means just in time compiler, full form. Just in time compiler. Just in time compiler. It's also on compiler. See, JIT. Now what happens is, what is this just in time compiler going to do is, we never use this. It will be used by the JVM. What does this JIT do? See, when you are executing your code, Java, and you are typing, all this process you know now. Demo.class is loaded, your code is getting interpreted. Instead of getting interpreted, what it will do now? It will take that bytecode in chunks. Big chunks it will take and it will compile it. So that is called as on the fly compilation. During execution it compiles. During execution it compiles. It's called as on the fly compilation. So JIT compiler is a dynamic compiler. And it converts what? Bytecode to native code. Understood? So there are two compilers here. One compiler we use. Which one is that? Java C. Another compiler is there, JIT, which is used by whom now? JVM. So there are two compilers here. Okay, one is used by the developer explicitly to convert what? Source code to bytecode. Now JIT is doing what? Converting bytecode to machine code. So there are two compilers here, but that's a dynamic one. Okay, so let's see this now. What happens? Let's compare the two compilers. Java C is a compiler. Both are compilers. First one, Java C, converts what? Source code to bytecode. It converts source code to bytecode. One more is there. JIT compiler converts what? Bytecode to machine code. And this is done explicitly by the developer. Explicitly by developer. You have to do it. You have to convert the source code to bytecode, remember that. But JIT is used by JVM implicitly. Understood now? We will not do it. And it converts bytecode to machine code. And JIT was just added to increase the performance. Nothing else. Because people started complaining, no, Java is having interpreter. They overcame that loophole by adding one dynamic compiler like this. Understood now? JIT compiler, just in time compiler it is called. Yeah? Do you have any questions with Java C and JIT? So this is used by developer. JIT will never see only. JVM is doing that. I type Java demo now. It only executes the JIT. The JVM will start and it will execute the JIT. It will take your bytecode, convert it into machine code and it will do the execution. It will come here. So who is doing this? JIT compiler will do this. Bytecode is getting converted to what? At this phase, JIT will come into picture. It is in this phase, JIT will come into picture. Converting bytecode to native code. Clear? Just they added this to increase the performance, nothing else. So it is user friendly, it is having very powerful performance. Now when we choose languages, we think about all this. The language should be user friendly, it should support coding to big programs. Whatever the size of your program, your language should support. In the middle of coding, suddenly when the requirement increases and your language doesn't support big programs, what will happen now? It will change full code. We require all this. Developers ask for what? Moon. You know how far Moon is there now? But you'll ask. Language should give it to you now. How it is possible? But this language is giving you all that now. Performance it gives you, user friendliness it gives you, object oriented things it gives you. Plenty of support it gives you. Clear? Okay. We'll be seeing portability also. Next I'll be introducing portability. So these are the, see in 2 days you are seeing the richness of the language. Just 2 days. You are seeing how rich the language is. Okay. Still plenty of things to go. Clear? So I think we are done with this. I'll cover one more last topic here. Which one? One more topic we'll see now. Why do we set path and class path? We'll put the final nail into the coffin now. Understood? Why we exactly set path and class path? Let's get the idea now. See, where exactly is your exe file located? Notice, where exactly is your exe file located? Which one? The Java C and Java C drive. This is the location now. We are using now Java C and Java. Aren't we using this? So it is present here. This is the location where your two exe files are present, which we are using extensively. Java C and Java. These are two exe files you are using. But we are using it where? That's the question. We are using it where now? Where do I write it? Okay, I'll write it here. See, and the location where we are using it is D drive colon edit plus examples. Roughly I'll write edit plus examples, and here what we are having? August 2013. Here we are having my folder. Okay, and here we are having core Java, Java examples, and here 01 simple program, or 01 or 02, that is secondary now. So here we are having demo.java. Agreed? So I'm using that exe file where? Here. I'm saying Java C demo.java in this location. I went to the DOS prompt and typed this. Yes or no? Now how an exe file present in this location be used there? In the current location, you are in 01 simple program. I'm typing Java C there. How a exe file there present in that place be used here? Not possible. So that is the reason what we do. Means that is the reason in colleges where you save in bin. Why you are saving in bin folder? You understood now? They ask you in college to save where? In bin folder. Because Java C is also there only. Java is there only. You actually save in colleges when you type your Java programs. Where do you save this? You'll always be saving here. But this is a dangerous place to save now. Why? Your files will overwrite now. When you uninstall Java, your code will go now. See, you are coded today. Now one more person has to code. Okay, when you code in college, what happens? Whatever code they give, ditto to ditto, you'll code like that only. If I say type class demo, you'll also type class demo only. You'll not even change the name. Yes or no? You're scared, you'll not get output. So that happens, what will happen? Your file will be overwritten now. And what code somebody has coded, it's gone now. Tomorrow you will go and fight with the admin. What? My code is not there, my code is not there, yesterday I coded. But what has happened? It has overwritten. Problems will start. And one more thing is, we should not put our files here. But the only reason in college why you are saving your files here is because Java C and Java were easily available to you. Okay, but if it is so easily available, problems are there. Your files, you cannot write more code there. So that will become a problem. So that is the reason we put it outside, where we save it in other drive like this, full your code. Because tomorrow your format, only C drive will be formatted, your data is safe here. You can reinstall Java, but your code is safe. We decouple like this. Done? So once it is done, I am using Java C there. But an exe file which is present there has to be used here. Now operating system doesn't know if you type Java C here. So what you are going to do now? Guide the OS to the location of the exe file. You have to guide it. To guide the OS to the location of exe file, what we do, we set the path. That's all. You have to guide the OS. Okay, how do you set path now? Two ways. One is in DOS prompt, other one is environment variables. As simple as this. If you set it in DOS prompt, one window. Again and again, every new window you have to open, you have to go on setting. But if you set it in environment variables, all users, all environment variables. As simple as this. Clear with this? Understood? Not only Java C, I'll use Java command also. That's the reason we set the path. Now why do you set, and if you set it, you understood, not DOS prompt, only one window. Environment variables, all windows. As simple. I just want to use the exe file in any location, because see, today I am using in 01, tomorrow I'll use it in 02, tomorrow I'll use it in 03. In any folder, if I use Java C and Java, no, it is going to execute. Whatever you type in DOS prompt, immediately operating system will refer to the variable by name path, and it will find it. Path will guide it now to the OS. Go here. Where it will go? You know now locations. How it searches? First one, second one. You know how it searches now? echo percentage path percentage I showed yesterday. It goes to the first one, second one, third one, fourth, somewhere it will find and it will execute. You want me to show that also? Not required. See, if you want, last time I showed it. Echo percentage path percentage. See, these are the values. First it will search in this location, which one? Java C. If not found, then next one. If not found, next one. As simple. So for making your exe file execute in any part, you are doing this. Okay, which two exe files? Java C and Java. So that question is answered. Now next question is, why do we set class path? Yes or no? Same reason. Your tools.jar and rt.jar are kept where? C drive. You are using it in your program. This is your code. It is there in this folder. Now how will system class come from there to here? Your JVM has to load. When you type Java demo, okay, you have to load. Which class you have to load? Your class first. Where is your class? Current folder. Your class is in the current folder. Now JVM has to load your dot class, means it cannot go on searching in the entire 80 GB of hard disk. So that's why what we do, we set the class path. So as soon as you type anything, JVM will refer to the variable by name class path. Class path will tell first look in current folder. If it is not there in current folder, then it will go to next one. Same way it will go now. See here. You know what is see what is the value again for class path? This Java home, you know what it is now? End of the day we are getting it to what? Tools.jar. So first your class is searched in current folder, but system class, string class is required. That is not there in current folder. Where it is? It's not there in tools.jar, we know that. It is there in rt.jar. Understood? But tools.jar knows where is rt.jar. It will pick up because tools.jar, it's provided by whom? JVM, some people. It knows where is rt.jar. You guide it only till tools. It will load all the classes in rt.jar. That's it. So class path is set for loading the classes into the JVM. Both you have to set. You have to set the path also for executing the exe file, class path to load the dot classes into the JVM. Do you have any questions? Is it getting it clear? These two settings only once. That's it. After that only code. That's what I'm finishing it off today. Which one? Path, class path and all that. Sufficiently I've explained you this topic. Clear? I think now, initially it was big, which one? You're not able to understand, but now you're getting the class path and class path is getting boring for you, I think. Okay, we start into programming now. Understood? I think we have covered with all the topics now. I think I have to move into programming now and I have to explain you portability. Any questions here? Ask. Else I'll get into other programs now. No questions? So all your doubts will be answered. Only you should have patience. Understood? You should have patience because I know you're very intelligent. When you come out of college, what you have? Plenty of questions. And I know all your questions because you are having around 10 years of experience here, training experience. Every day I know what question you get. Every day I know what question you get. Today you are getting what question I know. Tomorrow what you will get I know. Okay. So according to that only class I will be building. Very clearly I know what is your question. Okay. So it's experience, nothing else. So step by step as I go on covering, automatically your doubts will get cleared. You don't have to worry about any doubt. The fact is, when I complete the class, almost all say I'll actually when I'm going through the class you'll not get doubt. End of the class you'll get one doubt. Remember always this. End of the class. I deliberately do it. Why? To maintain curiosity for you to enter tomorrow's class. It will be interesting now. And that doubt you have to feel it in the computer. So we know how to train you. As simple as this. It becomes curiosity. Oh, what will be happening tomorrow? You should always have interest to come to the class and listen. That's the reason we do it like that. And always one more thing. Man always learns from mistakes. Yes or no? You know that or not? How does man learn? By doing mistakes. So how many mistakes you do, that much you learn. Means one more is there. Simply do mistake and sit quiet. No. You have to rectify it. Understood? So how many mistakes you do while programming here, remember that. That much better you learn the language. Learning a language is not that easy as you're thinking. I'm showing it to you, you'll understand, you'll code also, no problem. But I'm telling you, even to learn one English communication language, you have spent 22 years. And in 22 years, how much of English you have learned, you know, no? How good you are in English? Now can you learn a computer language in 1 month, 2 months? It's a big ask, no? And how did you learn English language? By making mistakes only. Those who didn't learn English for only one reason, they are not learned. What? They didn't practice, they didn't make mistake. That is the reason they didn't learn English. Same thing happens here also. Okay, if you want to learn Java, practice, make mistakes, you'll learn. As simple as this. Simply don't keep blaming. English is difficult means people laugh now because we are educated. But for an uneducated, English is always difficult only. Understood? So this is only a matter of practice and effort. Practice, effort. Things become easier. Okay. So having said this, I think I'll move to the next topics now and we'll start coding. You're getting the idea how things are getting executed, yeah? Okay. And I'll tell you one more thing, how Java becomes portable now. That also we'll see, how Java becomes portable. I think I'll finish it off with some more programs. Then I'll come back to this topic. How Java becomes portable also, we'll see. So I taught you some programming now. Okay, portability I'll complete some more examples because you should see more programs. More programs you see, then it will become more interesting. Then I'll tell you portability. Yeah. So fine. See this now. I'll type some more programs. To type the programs, what you'll be using now? Same notepad. That's it. Okay. So I'll show you. Now see, till now I showed you how to code correctly. Now let's do some more things. I will not follow the rules. I'll have one class. Check this out now. What is the class name? I'll give hello. And here I'll have my main method. And here I'll print anything. You can print anything, that's your wish. System.out.println. Put it in double quotes. Whatever you want, you put it in double quotes. Welcome to Java. You have to save now. So what is the rule? I have to copy and I have to paste. This one I told you do that. Okay, I'll not copy, I'll not paste also. Instead, I'll not follow the rule. Till now I was telling you the class name and file name should be ditto to ditto, same. Now if it is not same, let's see what happens. If it is not same, let's see what happens. My class name is hello, but the class name is going to be what? I'll give the name of Ravi dot Java. My name I'm giving. You can give any name I said. File name can be anything. Class name is hello now. Getting it? File name is what now? Ravi.java. So it's having a completely different name. Deliberately I'm doing it. And we'll save the file. So there is no problem in the syntax. Perfect it is. So compilation, grammatical errors we are not having here. Okay. So let's see now. I want to compile now. You can go to DOS prompt. You are in the location. If you want, you can see here also. We are having Ravi.java. Yes or no? Okay. Now let's compile. What will you compile now? Java C Ravi.java. That's the file name now. You have to compile with always what? File name. Ravi.java. Will it compile or not? Class name and file name is different. Yes, no? Think twice. Think and answer always. When you do something, you should think and do.
Compiles with some error.
Sure? It will compile but with error. If it is error, it will never compile. Understood? It will not give any error. Let's see. No errors. Successful now. The compilation has been done. Now I want to execute. So what will I do now? For executing, what we say? Java, no? For Java C is used for compilation. Java is used for what? Execution. Java, what I'll say? Ravi? I'm saying Java Ravi now. Java C Ravi.java compiles. Java Ravi, will it execute or not now? Yes, no? It will not execute. See there. It is, and look at the error. All errors you will not understand in one go. It takes some time. Slowly you will understand the errors. But here, the error what you are getting is it's showing a big error. but the main thing I'll notice, make it highlight it for you. It says no class definition found error Ravi, means it's not finding Ravi dot class file. It's not finding Ravi dot class file. Understanding now? It's not finding that. Then what happened after compilation? Yes or no? So let's see what has happened. So after compiling, you can notice the file name which has got generated, dot class has been generated, but with the name hello dot class. So your class name and file name can be different, no issue. Understood? It will compile also, but to execute you have to go with what? Java hello dot class, that you have to give. Understood? So Java hello, if you say, it will execute, no issues. Understood? So your class name and file name can be different. Are you clear with this? So let me tell you this little about this now. So see, this is your class. Your class name was actually hello. Your class name was actually hello. I'll write PSVM, means public static void main. Some program was there like this. But the file name was saved as what? Ravi.java. So as the file name. You compile by using what? Javac. Means when you say Javac Ravi.java, this file gets compiled. If there are no grammatical errors, it will compile. But now when the compiler, what it will do, it will take the name of the class here. In the file, what is the name of your class? That dot class file gets generated. Understood? It will generate what now? The compiler is looking for what? This name. And it will generate hello.class. And it will have the bytecode. Now to execute, you have to for Java what command? For Java command, what you should give? Always you should give dot class file. For Java command, you should give dot class file. But if I say Java Ravi, where is our Ravi dot class now? So it says no class definition found error. So that's the reason I should say this is wrong now. I should say Java hello. Now hello dot class will be loaded. Same process, but don't give the extension. See, for compiling we give extension. For execution we don't give the extension. So Java hello, what happens? Hello dot class will be executed. Same process. Java command will start the JVM. From the current folder your dot class is loaded. Dot class path. And it starts execution. So now if your class name and file name are different, you have to go with what? Two names. That's the headache. Okay. So to compile you have to use one name, to execute you have to use another name. Now supposingly when you are coding project, you'll be having 10,000 classes now. Now can you remember so many names? 10 names for what? 10,000 names for compiling, 10,000 names for execution. Becomes very difficult. So that's why a common practice, a standard practice what we follow is class name and file name are same. Understood? It will be easy for us. Means if you see hello.class, the source code of that is in hello.java. It will be very easy like that to compare now. If you see demo.class, that source code of that should be in demo.java, like that. Understood? So here, but if you do like this, later on you will only get confused. Hello.class is there, but it is there in which? Java file. You will get confused. Clear? Now where will you see the source code of hello.class? It will be very difficult for you to search. Are you clear with this? Any questions? So you can go with different names. That's why I always ask you to go with what? Copy paste. Now why I make you do copy paste is, see here it is capital hello. But while saving, what will I do? I'll save it as small hello.java. So to compile, what I should go now? Small hello. Because if I say Javac capital hello.java, error, file not found. File has been saved in this format. Class name is capital hello, file has been saved like this. But to compile now I have to go with Javac small hello.java. It will compile. To execute I have to use what? Capital. So like this lot of errors will come. Not only that, while typing, no, while saving the file, if you type, possible chances you might give space, geese and all that. Java HE, space will get off. Now you will try to compile, it will not compile. It says file not found, you will start getting error. Very silly error, only you are not saving your file properly. So that's why copy paste, make it a practice. Understood? Because file name class, later on class names also will become very big. And we will find it like customer wants to open an account. Example I am telling. Class, customer wants to open an account. Now if you sit typing this, what will happen? God only should save you now. Okay, space might come, space might not come, which one is caps, which one is small, full problems will start off. Better copy, paste. Clear? Okay. All these are clear now? Okay, so this is one more thing what you had doubt, I have cleared it now. All the doubts are getting cleared now. If you have put double, why you should put double quotes, why class name, file name should be same, one by one, all your doubts will start getting cleared now. Clear? Okay, fine. No questions here?
Sir, if there are two classes in a file, then which class dot class file will be generated?
His question is, if there are two classes in a single file, what will happen? Answer, we'll be seeing it very shortly. You will have two dot class files and one Java file. I'll be showing you all this. If there are two classes in one Java file, what happens? I'll be showing you this. Gradually it will progress. Understood? So obviously, if you are having two classes, two dot class files will be generated, but there will be a single Java file. But the best convention what we follow is, every class should be in a single Java file. That's the reason. I'll be covering all this. Understood? Every class should be in a separate Java file. That is the practice what we follow while coding later. Understood? One by one we'll see. Okay, enough of all this now. What we'll go now? We'll start programming now. At least one small program like what? Adding, multiplying, something we'll do now. Little, enough of all this now. So at least we want to see the power of Java now in coding. So we'll start off coding now. So now I'm actually going to teach you C syntax. Fact is I'm teaching you C syntax. You can see Java uses 100% C syntax. 100%. I've still not started teaching you oops. So we are saying Java now, and here we completely C syntax is used. So now I'm getting into the syntax of Java. So to code, what I'll use now, again we can go for, I can go for one more notepad. So here, so now class, what name you can give? You can give any name, but preferably give good names. What your class is doing, you do that, give that. Understood? Class add, it is doing some addition operation now, give that. Don't give class names like A, B, C, D. You have a very bad practice. Class name is what? A, B, C, demo, hello. Now later on what code it is containing, God only knows. Your class name should be self-explanatory. You are the person who is going to refer to that code again. Not me. Will I come and see your code? I will not see. But when you look at the class name, you know what code it is containing. You have got very good names now. Yes or no? You have very good names. Your parents are giving you very beautiful names. What? Amok Kumar or Ashwin Kumar or whatever. Did your mommy and daddy name you like A, B, C, D? No. How thoughtfully they named you? Yes. Similarly, when you give a name to something, think and give. Follow all this. These are professionalisms. You have to maintain professionalism. Understood? Because when you go to company interviews, they'll ask you to write something. Your attitude or your professionalism is reflected there. It shows how lazy you are or what attitude problems you are having. Because some people feel lazy to write what? Class add. That is unprofessionalism. They can see you, interviewer can clearly see you. You are unprofessional. So instead of that, you give good names. If it is really required, give. But as long as it is, you are having an option, think of a better name. It is really required, I'm not saying no, A, B, C, D you give. But some places you better go with the professional names. Clear? Class add. Getting it now? First letter caps. Next. Inside this, what you have to do? See, as soon as you type the class name, first thing what you do, first save man. First save. Copy this. You know how to save now? Paste dot Java. Finished. Done. So then here what? First check whether your program works or not. Getting it now? First check whether it works or not. How will you check? Write on simple program. System.out.println. Always check line by line. Compile and check line by line. You can tell, type hello. And terminate with semicolon. That's it. Program is ready. First check whether this works. Then you continue coding now. So first you'll go there now. You can see dir files are there. This is DOS view. Add.java is there. Add.class is not there now. So to remember to execute, you always need a .class file. Understood? You cannot execute a Java program without the .class file. And where does the .class file execute? Only in the JVM. And bytecode, if you want to execute the code now, you need the JVM. Your .class file will not execute without the JVM. And how do you get the JVM? When you install Java, you'll get it now. You installed yesterday Java, you got it. That's it. So if you have JVM, you can execute any .class file in the world. This is what is going to become portable now. See how it will become now. Okay, we have got the program now. If you want, you can see which one. This is another view. Add.java is there. So that is the Windows view. I'll compile now. I'll compile and now see back. Add.class gets generated. Java C add.java. For compiling, you the extension Java C. Sorry. Java C add.java. It compiles. Add.class got added now. And if you want, you can execute and see Java add. Done. Program is executing now. Now continue coding. Understood? Now you can write. What you'll write? You want to add two numbers. You can see how do you add till now. You only tell. See, you are only typing Java now. Only I am typing here, but you are telling me to type. Tell now how will you type? Do addition in C now. Int A is equal to 10. Yes or no? Is that right now? Then next. Int B means whatever you want to code now. You write it in main now. Int B is equal to what? Fine now. Fine. Int C. One more variable you want. C is equal to 0. Fine. I want to print the values of what? System.out.println, and I'll print A. See here, you don't have to put percentage A, percentage B, the delimiters, percentage D, nothing. Directly, if you want to print the variable, value in the variable, just give the variable name. If you want to print here, just provide the variable name. No percentage D, comma and all that. Simply give the variable name, it will print. So I have still not done addition, but just I am showing you the output of this. So it's system.out.println A, system.println B. So these two I will print now. Coding in this is very, very difficult. Tomorrow I will be introducing you Edit Plus. It will be more easy, don't worry. So we have written the code now. Still not done the addition. We can compile and see. See, if you just directly try to get the output, it will execute old.class. Old.class will print what? Hello only. If you want the new thing to execute, compile again. Then new.class will be generated and it will be replaced. It will overwrite. It will overwrite. Understanding now? So always compile. Java C add.java. It will compile. New.class has been generated. Now what you do? It is overwriting. Now you can execute Java add and you can see the output. Hello 1050. It shows you all this output. Clear this? Fine. Let's continue coding now.
Sir.
I want to add C is equal to, program is still not over. Doubts keep pending. Did I say any doubts? No. When I say, then you ask. So next. So C is equal to A plus B. So after that, you can print what? C. So again you compile. Java C add.java. Java add. First class prints. So we have, here you can see fully I am using C syntax now. This is just introduction. Instead of printf I am using system.out.println, but rest all is what? C syntax. You want for loop, if else. Tomorrow I show. Everything is from C only. No change. So all of you know 100%, not even what? 99.99. All of you here present know 100% Java syntax. You don't have even 1.1 loophole also. Because all of you know C means you definitely know Java syntax. Only we have to learn oops. Comfortable? Understood? So if you know C means you know the Java syntax. That's it. Only we have to learn oops. I am repeating it clearly. Java can be learned without the help of C++. Clearly I am telling you. Reason is we are going to learn directly oops in Java. Instead of wasting time learning oops in C++, learn it in Java. After you learn oops in Java, if you are interested, go and learn oops in C++. You will only not go. Because it's implemented improperly. And one of the best example I'll give now itself. See, What is improper in C++? I'll show you now only. Okay, we'll see now. So we have done the addition. Are you clear? So if you want to comment, you know what are comments? What are comments? Basically, you understand, first thing, comments are ignored by the compiler. Compiler will not take it into compilation. It ignores. So single line comment, same commenting. If you want, you can go for what? Multi-line comment also. See, this is multi-line comment. Correct. Everything is perfect here. Same C syntax. Is there any difficulty? No. So now let's see more things. I'll try to write some more code. I'll use string. S1 is equal to Ravi. String S2 is equal to what? Cluster. Fine. I want to print these two values. So what will I do? Print system.out.println S1. Just print a value. No percentage S and all here. You have a variable now. Print it. Understood? S1. Then what? S2. Program is ready. What you have to do now? Compile and execute. As simple. So compiler ignores all this. It will compile only these things now. Single line comment, multi-line comment. You are following now? This is multi-line comment. This is single line comment. So compiler ignores. Proof. See there. Java C add dot Java. Compiler ignores that and it generates dot class. If you want, you can execute Java add. Sorry, I gave AD. 1 second. Java ADD. That's the class name. No class definition found here. See here. I typed only AD. So Java add executes Ravi cluster. Fine. Then next, we are getting into programming now. Are you following? Okay, I'll remove ln here. Just see. If I remove ln, let's see what happens. Again, I'll compile. Any changes you do, you have to compile. Java C add dot Java. It will compile. Then I have to type what? Java add. Fine. Ravi cluster. It's printing in the same line. Means what is that print? ln is a new line character. If you use print ln, after printing it moves the cursor to next line. If you use print, cursor will remain in the same line. So it's up to you. If you want to print and retain the cursor in the same line, use print. If you want to print and move the cursor to next line, use print ln. So that's the difference between print and print ln. Getting it? So fine. Then next, this is done. So fine. So now see, I'll bring back ln. I'll bring back ln and again I'll print. Java C add dot Java. It compiles. Java C okay. Java add. It executes. Now it's printing in another line. Fine. Now I'll comment this one also. And now see a very interesting topic now. I'll say S1 plus S2. A very interesting thing now. And we'll discuss about drawbacks of C++ here itself. Understood? Just observe the output. I'm joining what? S1 plus S2. So for you initially it looks nothing much of a difference you find here. Java C add dot Java, it's compiled. Java add, it will print. Means it is joining both the strings. What is this called as? Concatenation. So it is joining the two strings. Fine. So now I want space. Means I can, if I want, I can print separately. What one? System.out.println S1, system.out.println S2. But if I want, I can join both of them and print it in one location. That is optional. But I did this. I joined both of them and printed. But I want space in between both of them. So I can use, I'll put, see this. I'm joining more strings now. Just understand the concept now. I'm using what? S1 plus space plus S2. See how I'm going on joining now. S1 plus space plus S2. This is how you join the strings now. So fine. Java C add dot Java. Java add. Sorry, I didn't save it. Okay, I think the space is negligible. I'll give on tab space. I'm giving on tab space because that small space is invisible there. I'm giving on space of a tab. I'll compile and I'll execute. Now you can see there's difference. Understood? So now this is done. Or if you're interested, you can say /t. It's an escape character. Either you can append space and print it. Okay, I'll do this. I'll do one thing. Here I'll use space only. Plus now see, I want to append something. It's printing Ravi cluster. I want to print something called as welcome. So I'll do If I print welcome, what will happen? It will append with what? It will append with Ravi space cluster, and it will append with this one. So what I will do? It's appending. So I want space between cluster and welcome. So what I can do? Plus, I can say slash t valid plus. So I can use space between two words either by giving space or by using an escape character called as slash t. Same like C only, no difference. Compile, execute. I think slash, save the file and compile. Save it and compile. Understood? So it will give the output to you. Fine. This is how you go on giving the output. Fine. Now I'll comment this. I'll remove all this. I'll bring slash t here itself. Okay, we are done. S1 plus S2. So I'll comment this also now. Now we'll see a very interesting thing. String S3 is equal to S1 plus S2. A very interesting thing. And I'll print only system.out.println of S3. Only one value I'm printing. Are you seeing this? I'm commenting everything. I'm just going to have only one output. System.out.println of, okay, or I'll do one thing. I'll print S1 also, separately I'll print. So you will have clarity. Can you predict what's the output? Rest all I have commented, don't bother about that. Huh? You'll print Ravi cluster. This is commented, these two lines are commented, don't bother. So I'll compile. So Ravi in one line, cluster in one line, then it is joining and both and printing. Yes? So fine. So it is performing addition here. Everything is perfect. Now see here, what your people have not noticed is, I am using an operator here called as plus. What am I using? An operator called as plus. If I use plus with two integers, what is it doing? Adding. If I use plus, same plus with string, what it is doing? Concatenating. This concept is called as overloading. This concept is called as overloading. Plus is doing two operations here. Okay. So we'll be seeing this very clearly now. See here, if both are int. Okay, see this. Int C. Same thing we wrote earlier. See there, int ABC, C is equal to 0. SOP ABC, what it prints? 1, 2, 0. But if I say C is equal to A plus B, and then if I print SOP ABC, see the code you have seen there itself. Same, there's no difference. Int A is equal to 10, int B is equal to 20, int C is equal to 0, C is equal to A plus B, SOP ABC, it prints 10, 5, 15. Here it prints. Okay, same thing I have done here. But the difference is one is numeric, other one is string. This is called as operator overloading. Operator overloading. Okay. Means, what do you mean by overloading? First I'll explain you that. Only one operator can do multiple tasks. Okay. Like in C++, this is there. Okay. See right now, first, let's not worry about C++. First I'll tell you one very simple thing now. I have written here, int A is equal to 10, int B is equal to 5, C is equal to 0, C is equal to A plus B. SOP C. That's all I'm asking. What will you tell me the answer as? SOP C. A is 10, B is 5, 15 no? It will not print 50 no? Or I think if we are having, this is 10, this is 2. I'll make it very simple. 10 into. SOP C will print 12. Sure? It is not going to print me 20 no? It is not going to print me 8 no? It is not going to print me 5 no? You are 100% sure is it going to print 15? Oh sorry, 12? 100% sure? Why? 22 years you have learnt only one thing. Plus is going to do what? Addition. How many years you have learnt? 22 years. Throughout your life, starting from LKG, You learned plus is going to do addition. But C++ gives you an option. What it does is, it says you can change the behavior of it, and instead of doing addition, you can make it do multiplication also. So what will I do now? I will change it somewhere. You will never know. You will come to debug my program now, and you are expecting in C what is the answer. You will see, I have changed the behavior of plus somewhere. Somewhere I will change it. You are come to debug the program now, or I have left the company and gone. You are writing the you have started to code now, and you will be expecting the answer as 20 only. 12 only here, but it will be printing you 20, 20, 20. In 4 lines of code, you are having so much of doubt. Imagine in thousands of lines of code, how many doubts you will have. So this is one of the biggest drawback of what? C++. It supports operator overloading. The behavior of plus can be changed to multiplication or division, anything. This is one of the biggest drawback of C++. Means oops has not been implemented properly now. Oops has not been implemented properly. I keep telling you, it's not implemented properly. So you learn, in fact, if you go to learn C++ now, you learn all this and come now. Operator overloading and all that, you learn and come. Now when you come to Java, I will tell, Java is not supporting operator overloading. How will you feel now? Your 2 or 3 months of effort, minimum you will be spending 4-5 months for this, or at least 4-5 days for this. For operator overloading only, you'll spend 4-5 days. How to do. Some programs you'll write and you'll spend time, and you'll come to Java and I'll say Java is not supporting. Yes, Java does not support operator overloading, but by default only they are themselves overloading it. Who? Some people, language people. They are doing it. I can't overload. I can't change the behavior of plus to multiplication and all that. In Java, you cannot do operator overloading. Only they are only doing it. Only for plus operator. Minus, multiplication and all are same. Only plus has been overloaded here. And that too, who is doing? Not me. Language. Okay. So they are told very clearly, if you use plus with integer or some numerical values, it will do addition. If you use it with string, it will do concatenation. Very clearly they are told. Now what by chance, if one is string and one is int A is equal to 10, string S is equal to hello. Now I will say S plus A, what will happen? The result will be string only. A very important interview question. SOP you print A, 10. SOP S you print hello. System.out.println. SOP means SOP S1 means hello. This is the output you will get. Hello 10. This one will be what? Hello. This will be 10. This is how it prints. If they are dissimilar, string and string, concatenation. String and int, concatenation. Int and int, addition. Both should be numeric. So what the runtime environment or the JVM does is, the JVM is deciding that if both are int, it will do addition. It will only automatically decide implicitly. We don't bother here. It says both are int, it will do addition. Both are string, it will do concatenation. If one is string, one is int, it will do concatenation. Understood? One is string, one is int, also it will do concatenation. Based on that, I'll start showing you the output now. Are you clear with this? So today, basically I'm showing you how to get different kinds of output in Java. So let's see this. I'll comment all this now. Why I covered all that, now you'll understand. I'll comment all this. We'll come back to our first program, which one? Initial things what we coded. And come back here. See this. Here, the same A, B, C program will take now. We'll compile. Sorry. We are printing anything somewhere. Okay, this one is giving error. I have to comment this one line also. Means it's telling it was unable to resolve that line and all that. Fine. I'll compile it. Java add, it prints. 10, 5, 0, 15 it prints. Yes or no? Fine. But I don't want an output like this. I want to print very neatly. Value of A is 10, value of B is 5, like that I want. So let's see how you get that output now. As simple. Over this string that is int, what happens now? Addition. So sorry, concatenation. This is string that is int. It will print value of A as string and A value it will append and print. Same way. Now you can print what? Value of B is. Value of C is. Now see the output. It will change. Understand now? Are you clear with this? So value of A is, now if I want I can print what? value of is plus P. Like that you can go on printing. Value of A is, value of B is, code. And here you start getting the output. Just observe all this. Okay. If you want, I'll do this one also. String S1 is equal to Ravi. Then I'll say string S is equal to, or S1 is equal to Ravi. And I'll say string S2 is equal to 10. Done? But I have to put it in double quotes. I think this will be confusing for you right now. Leave it. Or I'll do one thing. String S1 is equal to Ravi. String S2 is equal to S1 plus A. Will it compile? Huh? And then we have to print what? SOP S2. Yes or no? If you want, you can print. You know what? All this you leave now. All this output. Just focus on the last output. Yes, so all this it will print. Value of A is. We'll remove this line also. See, Ravi 108 prints. Yes or no? So it is doing what? Concatenation. A very tricky interview questions all these are. Understood? So that's what we are doing here. See, this is how you get the output. Whatever you want to print it in double quotes plus variable. Understood? If you print, see, if you want to print the value of variable SOPA, SOPB you do, it will print. But if you want, you can append some message also. Value of A is, now string value will be taken, A value will be taken, it will be appended. That's it. So this is just the beginning. Okay. So more things. In C also you do the same. Printf, value of something in double quotes plus whatever you want you print. Same it is. Okay. More clarity we'll start seeing from tomorrow. So just I've given you one idea like how you code in Java. So what you do today, you go and I'll give you an assignment. You can code this assignment today. Okay. So what you do is, I want you to do is, you declare some 3 variables. I did addition now. You do multiplication. That's it. We'll calculate some area and you'll understand how to concatenate and all that. You'll get better idea. So all you do is, you declare one variable. Int L is equal to 10. Int breadth is equal to 5. Int area is equal to L into B. You'll multiply now. That's it. I did addition, you are doing multiplication. What is so big about this? And print. Now finally I want this output. Output I want. I'll not write the code now. The output what I want is length of the rectangle is, this is the output I want. Understanding now? Length of the rectangle is 10. Breadth of the rectangle is, get the output, 5. Area of the rectangle is 50. Clear? And lastly, I have finished my assignment. I'll give you a big output. Okay. Area of the rectangle is 50. My name is whatever your name. Big output. So append, you will only come to none. Understood? Get this output. 4 outputs I want. First, second, third, fourth. Clear? Clear this? Okay. Finally, we'll see how Java becomes portable. And we'll complete the class with that. Understood? Finally, we'll see the last feature. The best feature of Java is what? Portability. Portability, I keep telling you now. We'll see that. Now, before I go to that, do you have any questions here? Till now, no doubts now? Yes?
So in the last example you have written for string S1 is equal to Ravi. Then string S2 is equal to Ravi plus you have written as A, sir, Ravi plus A. If I want to get Ravi A means I have to write A in double quotes or Ravi plus double quotes A. Either only you have to write or just I want to get the output as Ravi A.
His question is string S1 is equal to Ravi. Int A is equal to 10. Okay. So if I write string S2 is equal to S1 plus A. What is, and if I print SOP S2, what is output I getting? Ravi 10. That's the output I'm getting. He doesn't want this output. He wants Ravi A as the output. For doing this, what you should do is just put A in double quotes. You are not using this variable now. It's a different value only. Right now you are not using this variable. It's a different value. Now it will print what? Ravi A. Instead of Ravi 10, it will print Ravi A. You are not using the variable here. Are you following now? That's it. It's very simple program. And that's, we'll start off from tomorrow. All programming will start from tomorrow. Clear? Try it. Okay. Are you clear with all this? Shall I clear? Practice. You'll start getting the output. You know, see, you have started thinking. That's the best part of it. The best of the part of this is what now? My 3 days of effort has made you think. Till now, what was happening? You are never thinking. Blindly used to code. Well, that's what I want. I want you people to think and code. That's it. Okay, let's compare a C program with a Java program, and then you'll understand how Java has got all. So you can see operator overloading has been removed in Java. Best part now. That is one benefit of what? Java over C++. That clearly shows that a simple overloading concept has not been implemented properly in C++. A simple one. Means, when I'm not telling C++ is bad. When C++ language was getting invented, they thought if they give you operator overloading support, it will be good. But later on, it was a nightmare for developer. They will provide it, but it should support us also in a good way. Okay, not only that, operator overloading, polymorphism is bad there. Means inheritance is bad. Abstraction is not that good. Encapsulation also not powerful. So many problems are there. All problems I'll show. Can I show you all the problems in one class? No. I have to take time. So OOPS has not been implemented properly. I was telling you and I proved it today. 1 point. Okay? Fine, next. Let's see the problems of C also now. C and C++ now. See, it can be any program. C or I'm writing C or any language program. What happens? Okay. Supposingly, I write on hello.c file. Understood? Compare now. You only compare. When you compile, what you get? In all the languages, you get an exe file. And who will participate here in generating it? OS will participate. OS is participating in generating the exe file. And then you will get what? Output. See, here what happens is, see, as I told you yesterday, installing is different, copying is different. When you want to install on Windows, so you'll take Windows compatible C. Windows compatible C. Okay, and you'll install C there. You'll write the code also, and you'll compile. So now what happens is, when you compile there, the C compiler which generates the exe file is compatible only to what? Windows operating system, because Windows operating system will be participating there. Now you cannot take this exe file and run it in another operating system. That becomes the headache now. It is not highly reusable. What exe file is generated for one operating system is going to run only in one operating system. That's it. It will not run. But let's see in the case of Java how they overcome this problem. Not only in C, just I gave you the example. Why? Because all of you know C, I'm telling you like that. The same problem exists in any other language also. Understood? But in Java, what happens? You have hello.java. Yes? When you compile, what are you getting? Hello.class file. And how do you compile? By using Java C. And to execute a class file or bytecode, what do you need? JVM. What do you need? JVM, no, 100% sure. You need the JVM. So fine. Now what happens? It is the JVM which will convert this into what? Sorry. This hello.exe file is there. See, the content of this exe file is nothing but, once again, machine code or native code. This is the content of this. Exe file contains this. But your hello.class is containing what? Bytecode. Later on, this bytecode will be converted into what? Machine code or native code. And then it will be giving the output to you. This is the flow. Understood? Now, who is going to convert the bytecode to native code? The Java command, or to be very precise, the JVM. To be very precise, the JVM. Now, the JVM will actually convert this bytecode into machine code or native code and execute. And in between it will be using just-in-time compiler, all that you leave. But Java command will do all that for us time being. Okay, so this is the flow of execution. So if you want to execute, see, I have written so many programs today. If I want to execute this program in Linux operating system, what will I do now? Just I'll install Java there. But there I have to install what? Linux compatible Java version, yes or no? Yes, I'll install it. As soon as I install, what will I get there? Java I'll get. Once I install Java, what will I get? JVM, no? And now my .class files will run in that OS also. That's the brilliant feature of Java. So to execute your bytecode or .class files, we need what? Only JVM. Here we are not bothered about hardware also, we are not bothered about operating system also. So that is why they are taking this approach here. Understood? And that is what makes platform independent. Java is portable, we say. You write your code once and you can run anywhere. They say no, ORA. What do you mean by ORA? Write once, run anywhere. Because to run Java programs now you need JVM, that's all. Okay, but JVM is platform dependent. Now get the idea here. See, here you get the point. Java is platform independent. This is ORA now. You understood the subject of ORA now? Fine. Java is platform independent. But JVM is platform what? Dependent. Why it is dependent? Because see, for one on OS you have to install one on version of Java, no? For Windows you will install one version of Java. Understood? Means Windows compatible Java. For Linux you will install Linux compatible Java. For Macintosh you will install Macintosh compatible Java. So it is, JVM is platform dependent. So depending on the machine, JVM will convert it into machine code. Bytecode will be converted to machine code by the JVM. Depending on what? Machine. Which machine it is, which operating system it is, that bytecode will be converted by JVM now. So only they will go on designing JVMs now, as simple as that. I will go on executing now. And see this, Java is platform independent, JVM is platform dependent. But I will continue, you tell me no. But Java is platform independent, agreed. Java is platform means OS or hardware. Platform actually means OS or hardware. But dash dependent, what is it depending on? Java is dependent on what to execute? JVM, as simple as that. Java is depending, see, it is platform independent, but JVM dependent. Without JVM you can't run your Java code. Java code means actually what? Bytecode. So it is bytecode which actually makes Java platform independent. It is bytecode which is making platform independent. That's why bytecode is having more preference here. You were earlier thinking, what is the use of bytecode? What is the use of bytecode? Bytecode is the one which is making Java platform independent. It can run in any operating system because it's not depending on operating system. It requires a JVM to run now. So Java is platform independent but JVM dependent. Are you getting it now? Are you clear with this point? But JVM is platform dependent. So write your code. You'll run anywhere now. You don't have to worry. Understood? That is why Java goes on providing you so many rich libraries. That's the only reason. And other languages fail to address this problem. That is why they are not successful. In other languages, all logics you have to sit and write. Any logic you want to know, you have to sit and write. But in Java, what happens? You got it in the library. As simple as this, man. So it is user friendly. You can see the richness. How within 2 days you are seeing the full rich features of Java. In fact, I am not finding time to explain the richness of the language. Are you finding it now? And that is why the course will go on now. Next day, tomorrow I will tell some more features. Clear? Are you clear with this? Okay, any questions for the day?
Sorry, for C and C++, is there also release virtual machine file?
They have to release now.
They have released.
No, they have to release now. His question is, what if C and C++ release something like this? Somebody has to sit and decide, do R&D now. Who will do?
So if released again.
If they release, then we'll see. Yes or no? After releasing, then we'll decide which language to learn. If they don't release, why to bother about that? If they do, if they will, means if you go on assumptions, nothing will happen in engineering. Yes or no? If that will happen like this will happen like this, means what? Only it will keep on happening, but nothing will really be happening there. Understood? So when they do it, then we'll discuss about this topic. So it is right now, Waste to discuss about that topic. If C and C++ come up with such kind of virtual machine and all that, right now the discussion is waste. Clear? What is there, that we'll learn. See, we are, always remember this, we are here to learn language. We are not here to invent language. First thing, this one. Which language you want? Start learning fast. Get the job fast. Understood? If you think about inventing language, now different part of the story. Finally, you will not get job also, and you will go back home also. Understood? So don't think of inventing languages now. Just learn the language. Clear? You should be very clear what you are doing. That's why I tell like this. Yes. Any more question?
So the dot class file can be run on any platform, sir?
Yes. The dot class file what you got can be run on any operating system, any platform. Okay, here platform means many things. Sometimes platform, when we say, it can be treated as OS, it can be treated as a processor, or it can be treated as hardware. Depends, context will vary. But they should have a JVM to suit that. If you have a JVM to suit that, automatically you install there, it will run. That's why I gave the list. Java JVM has been designed for which operating system? Solaris, Macintosh, Windows, Linux, few of the operating systems. Understood? So it will link, means JVM will link, that is platform dependent, and once it is installed, fine, keep coding now, that's it. You write, it will run.
For different operating system, you will be having a different JVM.
Different JVM. That I told you now, when you install, yesterday I was telling you, the link files will vary. Copying is different from installing. Copying is different from installing. Installing always will have to happen. The link files will change. For Photoshop, you take simple example for Photoshop. For Windows, you will have one version. For Macintosh, you will have one version. You take example of AutoCAD. The softwares which you know. For Windows, you will have one version. For Macintosh, you will have one version. Same way here. Version means not 1.2 version, 1.3 version. Same application, but the installable link files will be varying. That's it. Application is same. The version, Windows version, Linux version, they will be there. So same way here also. Windows compatible Java we have installed. Understood? So if you are working on Linux, you have to use Linux compatible Java. Once you install, it will work. No problem at all.
So that bytecode is dependent on operating systems.
Bytecode is not dependent on anything. The JVM, when you install it, as soon as you install the JVM, it is the JVM which decides. Depending on the operating system, it will convert the bytecode into machine code, and then it will execute.
If we want to run our code in different operating systems, then we have to load our source program or...
Only see, the question is, if you want to run your code in another operating system, should I take the source code? No need to take the source code. Only you have to take your bytecode, dot class file. That's it. Okay, you have to take only the dot class file. Don't take the source code. Leave it, and it will execute it in the other operating system. Clear? Any other questions? So just see how many points we covered. User friendly. You're getting it now? Again repeating same story, waste. So I got the point now. Java is benefiting, means more beneficial than other languages. So you as an engineer, you have to think now. At least you should have the capacity to decide which is the good language or bad language. That you have to decide. Once you decide it, continue. Don't bother about others. You start focusing and learning now. Definitely you'll get a job. You're strong in this, who will not give you a job now? As simple as that. Clear? Okay, that's it. Shall we close the class? Okay, that's it.